Last time I said I was going to do a new beer review, and I sort of lied, because I've already reviewed this beer last year. This is 𝗣𝗂𝐻𝗶𝗵 Punkin Ale. I actually reviewed this last year in a text review before I started doing the video reviews, and I thought it was okay, but I didn't really have much frame of reference at the time. And this was the first 𝗣𝗂𝐻𝗶𝗵 beer I ever drank, and I thought it was like a little too strong. And what's interesting is I'm looking on the bottle here. It says bottled on July 29th. I don't know if you can see that or not. Which means that this is actually a fairly old bottle. But I mean, since it's such a potent beer, I don't think it's like in danger of expiring or anything like that. But I'm just gonna give this another whirl. You hear my cell phone ringing in the other room. It's probably similar to the 𝗪𝓚𝓃𝗟 Punkin. Shut up, phone! Probably should have turned it off. Anyways, I'm using my dollar store snifter. It's a dark, very dark copper color, almost like brown. If I hold it up to the light, it's a little bit of orange, but it's very, very dark. Not much head on there. Same thing with like the 𝗪𝓚𝓃𝗟 Punkin, like a pinky layer of like kind of ivory soapy head. It's like dissolving already, and I could actually smell the booze as soon as I opened the bottle. I am getting kind of like a fruity smell on here. I'm not getting like a whole lot of spice, despite what the label says that it's made with cinnamon, allspice, nutmeg. Not much pumpkin in there either. It's kind of like this it's like a woody kind of flavor or aroma. But so here we go with 𝗣𝗂𝐻𝗶𝗵 Punkin Ale. It's odd because I'm getting like this kind of rich sweetness of kind of like vanilla, but it doesn't indicate that on here. And it does say that this is a brown ale. So I'm getting like a little bit of like a caramel kind of flavor here. I'm not sure what malts and hops they use on this. Maybe I'll go look that up before I finish up this review. It ends on like kind of like a slightly dry bitterness. There's a bit of a crispness to the body. I don't know if you can see. The head is totally gone now. Getting no real pumpkin here, but I am starting to notice now. I am kind of getting that spicy potpourri palate. Cinnamon, nutmeg, yes. Allspice, sure, why not? A little bit of a bready maltiness there too. And then there's like this, slightly dry bitterness on the end. It tastes more like a beer than the Punkin did. It's as far as the drinkability, it's surprisingly smooth. I could smell the alcohol in the nose, but it's not like a boozy beer. I mean, it's funny because like it's a fairly complex palate, but the intensity seems to be dialed down a little. I'm not gonna say this is a mild, bland beer by any means, but I was expecting something a little more intense. This is pretty much right out of the fridge, so it is pretty cold. I think I might let this warm up for a few minutes, and that'll give me a chance to check their website, check the hops and malts, and so we'll be right back. Oh, hey, I'm back. Alright, well, I looked it up, or I tried to look it up. On 𝗣𝗂𝐻𝗶𝗵's website, it doesn't say which malts and hops they use, and I like to get that kind of information straight from the brewer's website. When you get from Beer Advocate or Rate Beer, there's no way to really authenticate, or validate how authentic that information is. But I mean, overall, I think this is a good beer. I don't think it's super great. It kind of reminds me of Brown's Pumpkin Ale, which I just had a few days ago. I think this is a little bit more complex than that, a little stronger. But I don't think it's, you know, super great beer. And it's funny because, you know, actually of all the Dogfish Head beers and of all the reviews that I've read and seen, most people say, you know, like this is just a solid performer at best. It does do a good job of masking that alcohol, though. One thing I did see on their website is it's 28 IBUs, you know, so it's not too bitter of a beer, but has like a nice crisp finish, which I do like. You know, I'm not really. It says it's a brown ale, but which I know I love brown ales, but I think I'd prefer like a regular, you know, straight brown ale like Newcastle or Sam Smith's Nut Brown Ale. And I don't really get hardly any pumpkin at all here, and that kind of gives it a demerit, because I think, like Jay said in one of his videos, is like, you know, if it's a pumpkin beer and there isn't any pumpkin, and it's, you know, it's like, what's the point? It might as well just be a regular beer. But I think it's good. It's not super great, so I'm only going to give a 7 to Dogfish Head Pumpkin Ale. And again, the drinkability is really good on this one. As for something I wanted to start commenting on would be like the bang for the buck kind of thing. This is only sold in 4-packs, probably because of the high ABV. And it's like $8 or $9 for a 4-pack, and I'm not really sure if it's really worth that much. If it was $8 or $9 for a 6-pack, I'd probably, you know, I'd say go for it. But otherwise, I mean, like my beer store, you can buy a 12-ounce bottle as a, you know, in singles. So, you know, I think 1 or 2 of these would be good. I think, you know, I can't really imagine just drinking these all night, especially considering the high ABV and the high price tag. But I definitely still do recommend it. So, again, 7 out of 10 for Dogfish Head Pumpkin Ale. It's a good beer. It's not great. And I think this probably actually would go better with any kind of, like, full course dinner. And their website says, like, turkey, you know, I think, like, you know, roast beef, kind of like those stew, nothing intense like spicy steak or Mexican or anything like that. So, anyways, I'm going on way too long here, so thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time, and I will shave.
Somebody brewed it, Chad just reviewed it. Thanks for watching Chad's Beer Review. Trust me, the next episode will be a lot better.